Yo, what's up, guys? This is Jewelz and Scott Sparks, and you're watching Brandnite TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Brandnite TV. It's the first part of many tonight. We are at the infamous Club Sasasu in Prague in the Czech Republic. And first up, it's two guys from Germany joining me for the interview. It's Jewelz and Scott Sparks from Germany. Welcome to the show.
Hey, pleasure to be with you.
Yeah, great, thanks.
First of all, I'm sure a lot of people out there know you already from your productions and your gigs. But for those who don't know you so good, how would you describe yourself as an artist, music-wise?
You go for that one.
I go for that one. All right. Well, let's see. First of all, it's electronic music, of course. We are doing like trying to make a big room sound, but we like try always to with our tracks to tone it down like to a more minimal level, at least for the drop. And yeah, we're pretty happy with that.
Sometimes we like do tracks and we use all these epic chords, like layering, and then we say to ourselves like, wait a second, let's cut it all, because we don't need it. Just make a riser kind of thing and like a really dry drop. So that's about it. So that's a funny thing, like to do all the chords and then just strip it.
We used to have like hundreds of tracks in our Logic projects, and then we delete like 2/3 of it. And that's our music.
So that was already the answer to one of my questions, because every time I do interviews, I do a little internet poll on Twitter and Facebook and let fans and people out there decide what I'm going to ask the act. So one of the main questions always is, what production gear do you use when you're in the studio and make music?
It's really simple. We use Logic. We're working on Apple, and it's just basic like sample packages. I mean, almost all the young producers have like all the, you know, the packs like Vengeance and all the sample libraries, and we got the standard synths like Nexus and Silent, but we always try to give our own touch to the percussions and to the single sounds. Like we're building our own library, but that's like evolving over the years now.
Yeah, so a main thing for us is layering. When it comes to samples, it's all about layering, having the right sound at the right place, and also it's we do everything from our laptops. So we have no big computer or something like that. It's all in the box for us.
Both of you are pretty young. One a little younger than the other one.
I'm the baby here.
There's 7 years between you guys. So how did you meet, and how did it start for the two of you to work as a project and not as a solo artist?
Basically, yeah, I'm 29 right now, and Scott is like 22, and we met at Music University because we were both doing our solo thing before as DJs, also as producers, and I resubscribed to the Music University like 2 years ago and started my master's degree, and like I met this guy, and we were like jamming and had the same taste, like it was the same direction of music we liked. So we met in the studio, and the first thing we did was Toxic Rush. It was like a 2-day session.
Yeah,
and
it was there, so
yeah,
that was kind of the formula was built like on the very first day. Like when we hit the studio together, like we wanted to do a track, and that's what we came up with. That's Toxic Rush, and that's went from there.
So it's destiny. Is there one track out right now where you guys think, gosh, I wish that would be a Jewelz and Scott Sparks track?
I mean, there's a lot of tracks we admire, and I mean, Jewelz Scott Sparks track. Like, one thing we can say is like we love Nom de Strip and Hatiras. They got a collaboration. Those guys are really awesome. They just got a track out called Nickelodeon. This one's awesome. Like, they got really unique sounds. They bring kind of a fresh taste to the whole thing, and that's our approach as well. So we're kind of on the same wave here.
So talking about the way of making sounds unique and to be an outstanding artist and not the copycat of something. What's coming up next from Jewelz and Scott Sparks this year, gig-wise and release-wise?
First of all, we just started gig-wise. We play in Ministry of Sound in London with Fedde in May, also Italy, and also a gig in Germany as well, like in Night Rooms in Dortmund with Laidback Luke, I guess, co-headlining. So the live thing really builds right now, which is good. Concerning productions, we have the release of Hot Rod and White Sun, double single tracks on Flamingo Recordings, and we are also currently trying to work on a vocal track, also with chords and melodics, but still with the spirit of minimal Jewelz and Scott Sparks style, which is like really scientific. So it takes some more time. We don't know if this is happening this year or next year. We also need great vocals for this, but this is definitely something to develop our productions.
Yeah. We didn't do remixes yet. We did a bootleg for Tommy Trash Truffle Pig in the beginning of this year, which took off in the DJ sets quite well. So we're having one other bootleg out, but I can't say so much about that now. And definitely remixes in planning, and maybe one or two collaborations, but it's not official.
Right. If there's one particular artist out there that you guys would love to work with, that you could choose one, who would it be?
Both answer that. For me, it's basically not an EDM artist at all. For me, it's Leslie Feist, which is a Canadian vocalist. She came from a punk band. I really love her music. So this is the thing about us. When we play like really hard stuff, but when we are traveling, we sometimes listen to some chilled out piano stuff in the car, or just like
some jazz or
cooling down. And for me, it would be Leslie Feist, because I love her voice. It's amazing. Like, the voice for me is amazing, yeah. She's not an EDM artist, but...
For me especially, it's a cool thing to be on the label on Flamingo Recordings, because I've been listening to like Fedde and everything he does, like from the very beginning when he got known, and yeah, I really digged his way of doing things, like production-wise and all his DJ sets. So I'm really looking forward to like maybe do something with him this year, next year, maybe something comes up.
What a lot of young artists ask me all the time to ask the artists that I interview is, especially young artists, is how do you manage to stand out of the massive amount of demo recordings that every label gets day by day by day? How did you manage to be heard by the likes of Fedde, Flamingo Recordings, etc., etc.? What do you think is the secret about you and your sound reaching the masses right now?
We didn't stop sending. I mean, we've been doing that for years and years, and once your objective view on your own production becomes like, oh, this is something like, this is the proper sound. This is where I want to get with my music, and just put it out. And I know from the guys. I mean, we met all the guys. We were at Amsterdam Dance Event, and you get to talk with all the guys from the labels, and we know I've got an own label, it's called Cr2 Records, and I know like all the guys listen to every demo, at least they try. And yeah, if you have the proper sound, I guess it's a big chance today like that you get heard.
It takes time, be patient, you know, it's like, it takes years. we get a lot of emails and tracks from guys who are like 16 and they just produced one track and they think maybe they can do it with this. Maybe they can, but like for the most of the guys, it's like long time working, sending. Sometimes you'll get back. So just keep on doing your thing. So just keep on doing it.
That's a nice quote to end the interview. So all the people out there who want to check out your dates, your releases, what's the homepage, what's the Facebook page? Where can people check you guys out online?
It's very easy. Just go to facebook.com. It's really easy. Yeah, Jewelz and Scott Sparks. Facebook / Jewelz and Scott Sparks. We're doing a lot of SoundCloud stuff as well. Check our SoundCloud.
Jewelz and Scott Sparks.
Jewelz and Scott Sparks. We got our radio show every month on the 1st of every month. It's called Rush Hour. We're trying to give a taste, kind of a new vibe with our radio show as well. So be sure to check it out. What else? We got Twitter, JSS _music on Twitter.
Wow, so much social media. It's important as well. It's as important as your production.
You forget all your social media pages. You need to drop everyone.
Social media manager.
Yeah, we need a manager for that. Like one day you need a manager extra for social media, I'm sure.
And because you just mentioned your own label, where can guys out there send their demo tracks to your label? What's the email address or something, or Dropbox or?
Yeah, that's really easy actually.
Yeah, it's you can send all your stuff to dropyourtuneshere@gmail.com. We are not running a label at the moment, but we try to listen to everything. What we can do is maybe if we like it, if we really like it, we can play it in our radio show, but still we are not a label, so we can't make you famous at the moment. So, but keep sending your stuff.
Yeah, we try to listen to everything.
Yeah.
So guys out there, make your tracks, put them to drop your tunes here at gmail.com. Maybe we can just, it's standing right here, maybe. Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, thanks for
I see you on stage in a bit and hope to see you back again soon. Thanks for having time.